What's happening, guys, and welcome back to our channel. Elegant, athletic, opulent, and one-of-a-kind, these are only 4 of the numerous nicknames for Bugatti. However, there's one model for which they're particularly suited, and that's the Type 57 SC Atlantic Coupe, which is not just one of Bugatti's legends, but maybe the best out of them all. So let's take a look at Ralph Lauren's Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic. Number 4, Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic Coupe is a sculptural masterpiece. Ralph Lauren, best known for his namesake fashion business, is also an ardent vehicle collector with one of the finest collections of vintage motors in the entire world. Ralph Lauren's all-black 1936 Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic Coupe is more of a sculptural masterpiece than a purpose-built motor, and the man himself has proclaimed it to be the most beautiful car in the world. The car's enormous frame includes exaggerated curving wheel arches, an aerodynamic coupe attachment with ellipsoidal windows, and a stereotypically era-appropriate expanded bonnet design. Between 1936 and 1938, just 4 of these vehicles were built. 3 of these one-of-a-kind cars are still on the road today. They're thought to be the world's most expensive cars. For more than 80 years, the car industry has been looking for a 4th Atlantic. Around 1930, Ettore Bugatti's son Jean began to update the premium brand's model philosophy. Instead of developing several distinct models, he created a single basic model from which he created several different variations. Type 57 was intended by Bugatti as both a production car and a racing version, making it the ultimate Gran Turismo. Galibier 4-door saloon, Stelvio convertible, Ventu 2-door saloon, and Adelante coupe were among the engine and body options available. Around 800 Type 57 vehicles in various variations had left the manufacturing hall by the time production came to a halt in 1940. Number 3, a stunningly beautiful body. Of course, the Atlantic is an exception. Its body was already stunningly gorgeous and unique when it first appeared. For a car with an overall length of only 3.70 meters, the wheels stick out from the body and the bonnet is exceptionally long. The back end of the vehicle flows down in an oval form that reaches close to the ground. The back image is completed by 6 slender tailpipes. A raised seam running vertically from the split bonnet hinge to the tail is a standout design element. It splits the body in the center like a pointed fin. The divided metal sheets are held in place by rivets. The unique aerolift prototype, also known as Coupe Special or Coupe Aero, was used to create the Atlantic variants. Jean Bugatti utilized an electron sheet from aviation for the body of this model, chassis number 57104. Electron is a magnesium-aluminum alloy made of 90% magnesium and 10% aluminum. The coupe is driven by a quiet but powerful 3.3-liter straight-8 engine with a peak speed of almost 200 kilometers an hour at a period when horse-drawn carts were still common on many routes. Number 2, the Type 57 SC Atlantic is a design manifesto of Jean Bugatti. Bugatti glued the body components together, producing the iconic dorsal seam because it's difficult to work and cannot be welded. Bugatti utilized aluminum for the production Atlantic, but kept the rivets on the dorsal seam. Jean Mermoz, a friend of Bugatti's, was honored with the model's name. The first person to fly across the South Atlantic was this pioneering aviator. In 1936, he didn't return following a passage of the South Atlantic. Passengers will find it simpler to enter and exit the low-slung coupe because the doors continue into the roof. The first 2 vehicles' headlights are built into the wings, whereas the remaining 2 cars have separate headlight housings. The 4 cars include a variety of interesting features, and each model is unique. The Type 57 SC Atlantic is a design manifesto of Jean Bugatti. The breathtaking proportions of this masterpiece were simply unparalleled at the time and are still thrilling to the present day with their fascinating elegance, says Akam Anscheid, Bugatti's director of design. Number 1. Customers received just 3 vehicles.
Correct.
Yep.
SC.
SC. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it is
S
the
is
SC.
for base, which means lowered, and C means compressor.
Oh,
Supercharged.
okay. Okay.
Only 3 of the handcrafted Atlantic vehicles were sold to customers. Bugatti created the first model for British financier Victor Rothschild in 1936, which was grey blue and didn't have a supercharger. The Rothschild Atlantic is the new name for this vehicle, chassis number 57374. The Holshoe Atlantic, the third car constructed, was delivered to Jacques Holshoe of France in October of 1936 with chassis number 57473. The car's second owner, a collector, perished in a level crossing accident. The Bugatti of that person was also obliterated. It was the subject of a lengthy restoration decades later, although the engine couldn't be preserved. It's unclear if Jean Bugatti sold the car to one of his friends who was a racing driver, or whether it was relocated to a safer part of France when the German army occupied Alsace, which seems more likely. However, one thing is certain. The second Atlantic constructed has yet to be discovered. Its disappearance is one of the greatest mysteries in car history. The Atlantic is more than 100 million euros according to experts if it ever emerges again. Do drop your thoughts in the comments down below, and we'll catch you guys later in another video. Bye now!